Welcome to Asda, Great Yarmouth, on the 27th of December 2023. Not that kind of Christian here. Just give you a quick look around this wonderfully rainy car park. Miserable day, isn't it? Well, back again for you. Thank you, YouTubers, for liking my video on the pipe-smoking Vicar, the Rev Brett Murphy. He's got a darker beard than mine, I've got to say, and I think he's got a bit more hairline as well. And one thing I want to say about the Reverend Brett is I certainly don't mind giving anything to help with the work of his church, Emmanuel, in Morecambe. I have a great deal of respect for the Reverend Brett, in fact, because obviously in the community, Reverend Brett's church is really getting their act together and acting in love and service to the community. So I just want to put that one out there for the Reverend Brett. And there is, I believe, a website for their church or whatever. So just look it up, Emmanuel Church Morecambe, and you folks can go on there and hopefully give and help the work of his church. And indeed, you can give to any church you like and help their work, which I believe should be done out of love for people and out of love for God as well. So, Reverend Brett, just to summarise a couple of things sort of since, I've had about 130 views on YouTube at the moment, which is surprising for my YouTube videos. I usually get more in the line of about 200 and something on TikTok. But what I would say about the Reverend Brett is this. One of the things he said in that video, now that he was talking on his last vlog about being, the disciplinary case against him by the Anglican Church, the former Anglican Church, where he was, I believe the Anglicans used the word priested, where he was a priest, That has, again, as I say, it's been retaken up by the woman who bought it, and the Bishop of Loughborough is looking into this. Again, the Telegraph has published the story. Christian Concern is a charity that has leapt to his defence and are probably even now helping out with his legal team. But just let me add this one thing that I didn't think of at the time when critiquing the video. A little bit that he mentions later in the video is that he has family, I believe he did say family, who are transgender and are struggling, he says, with this. I'm really sorry for anybody in his family if his attitude is God just made male and female, there is nothing in between, and transgender or transgenderism is an illness, a mental illness, a sickness. I'm really sorry for anyone in his family who, like him, seems to believe that. Gender may does have an awful lot more to do with us than what our genitalia are about. Absolutely, loads more to do with us. Even this kind of gender, if you like, almost like a kind of mental gender that develops inside your brain, which may indeed totally deny your primary or physical sex characteristics, shall we call them. Yep, that's known. That's a scientific fact. But you see, I think the problem with the people like the Rev Brett Murphy is this devotion to the Bible, what he would call the absolute truth of Scripture. And he's always on there, not so much defending the faith, not so much defending, if you like, the spirit of Christianity, the identity of someone who identifies with Christ and calls themselves a Christian and tries to follow the way of Christ, which is a way of love and peace and practically helping people. Obviously, I can see that the Reverend's Church does do that, and obviously I just think that's tremendous. So I would say help any church that does that. Excuse me. But I think the problem is this devotion to the Bible, this devotion to a 2,000-year-old book. Yes, you can read it, but you have to read it in time, context, culture, understanding, and what the authors meant at the time, what they knew at the time, what kind of people they were, what was their civilization like, what was their world like, what was their world view, and obviously very different thousands of years ago. Gotta go now. Bye.